Welcome back to the Sandbox sessions.
What's on? What's on?
Got my buddy here, got my boy Link the Magi. You know what I'm saying? Magianos, you know what I'm saying? The magician. How you feeling today, brother?
Great, man. I'm static. I'm elated, bro. Like, I really just appreciate nigga getting me out my comfort zone. I prefer to be to myself, tell you the truth. So, you know what I'm saying? Even though I know you and we go way back, you know what I'm saying? It's still like I get more joy being by myself, but you know what I'm saying? Like, shit smooth when I can step out and do things that energize me with good people, bro.
Absolutely, man. Would you say you're like an interview kind of guy, or like you more like a, you know what I'm saying, let the music do all the talking?
I feel like there's certain things that I can't like really grasp in the music, so I love the idea of doing an interview just off the sake of like just being able to elaborate, give a little bit more, give a take, have my brain pick, even get stumped a little bit like on a question, cause that just showed me like, oh, I probably wasn't seeing it from that area, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to know what you're gonna say when you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I like this.
That's real, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, glad to have you out here in the Sandbox, bro. You're a talented artist, man. Want to really dive into some questions, man. So I hear you got a tape coming out.
Yeah.
What's it called again for the fans?
This sane mind has bipolar experiences.
I kind of walked me through that name.
You know, like, nigga was really just on the brink of like, I'm self-aware, so it's like, damn, could I possibly be crazy? Like, you know, could I possibly have da-da-da? And you know, you deal with people and they kind of will try to misdiagnose you because obviously you're not giving into whatever their perception of you should be or whatever. You know, like, a few times nigga done heard, oh, you bipolar. And sometimes a nigga could be moody, but like, I'm a emotional person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel my emotions, bro. So it really just came with the waves and the ebbs and flows of life. Like, shit went, I could feel this way 2 minutes and 2 minutes way. Like, a second later, like, I feel totally different. You know what I'm saying? But then also I have these things where oftentimes I'm in a state of mixed emotions. Like, I'm happy and sad at the same time. Like, and as oxymoronic as that is, I really be feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? Or I could be highly, you know, a lot of this stems from like, I'm a lover, bro. So a lot of this stems from like the search for like a connection, bro, to a degree. With fam, I'm a relational person. Like, and I know that sounds contradictory to me saying I like to be by myself, but I like presence, bro. I like being in presence. I like have a present moment, feeling the presence of people. So a lot of that just came with like me trying to date and, you know, like finding a woman, liking her, having real high hopes for her, and then as I get closer to like deeper feelings, bro, like all of the negative, I feel that shit. Like, oh, what if this go this way? Or what if she bad go this way? Or shit, what if I can't even uphold my end of the bargain, XYZ? So it's like really like tape kind of captures the manifestation of those feelings and those emotions.
Okay. So you mentioned like relationships, woman. Do you ever have like any songs you show to a girl and she be like, "Songs about me," and like kind of feel a way about it?
Of course.
How do you navigate that?
I
Like,
don't care.
You just say like, you know, this is how I feel.
I need to get it off my chest. Like, it's songs like that. It'd be more for me than how the woman gonna feel. Tell you the truth, unless I'm making a love song for a woman, which been very rare that I actually made a love song for a woman, and I think that in itself, bro, it kind of showed me like, dang, bro, you still got some work to do, some healing to do. You know what I'm saying? Just being a whole 100.
So, do you make more like love songs or heartbreak songs, or do you see yourself more? What path you see yourself in?
I think I just make songs regarding humanity and the standpoint of relationships. Like, even in good relationships, you still have those questions. You still have those doubts. It's just about how you push that down in a way and look at what's there and taking what you're given. You feel me? Like, it's not as black and white as straight lover, lover, lover. It's not as black and white as just straight like, oh, I'm sad, heartbroken. Like, I really be vibing, bro. Like, I could be here with the feeling, I can be deep, and then I can be like, okay, here I'm kind of more over here with it, like, in the sense of like, the heart breaks, but the heart refixes itself with intentionality. Let me say that. Like, you have to be intentional about that. So there's songs where it's like I'm talking about it, but a lot of this shit that sound like heartbreak is really me healing myself through my music.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because some things I ain't gonna say to everybody, you know, and there's very few shoulders that I have that I could, you know, really like show my full on vulnerability.
Mm.
And I'm saying that from a safe sense, like, you know, there's a level of vulnerability you give because it's outside of yourself, and sometimes people just need to see other humans being vulnerable. And then there's a certain times where it's something serious and it's more closely guarded to you that you just can't let everybody out. And like the microphone is that person that I know ain't gonna judge me.
Mm.
It's that thing, like I personify my microphone. You know what I'm saying? Like my microphone is really that guy or that woman, whatever is in whatever situation I need. Like if I feel like I need a more tender type of listener, I'm gonna treat my mic like it's a woman that's listening to me, almost like a therapist that's sitting across from me
Yeah.
and just hearing what I got going on. And then sometimes it's like talking to another male that like understands where I'm coming from. They just listening and hearing my perspective on a similar situation. You know what I'm saying? But
So you kind of see your songs as therapy in a sense.
of course.
Okay. Therapy's powerful, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Of course.
I started doing therapy this year, and I kind of realized when I started doing my therapy, it helped in my music a little better.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I like had a meanest writing slump. Couldn't make no songs for like the last like 2-3 months. Started going therapy for like a couple weeks, and like all my thoughts kind of came out a little bit smoother and like kind of like flowed into my music a little easier. So, and I kind of treat the same way. Therapy, music, man. Your lyrics are powerful, man.
Yeah, bro. Like I've always knew that, like, to a degree, that one of my greatest assets or my greatest strengths was my vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got me through a lot of situations, and also like it showed other men around me that like it cool to actually be. You could still be the cool nigga that feel, bro. Like you can still be the cool nigga. Not that I'm a self-proclaimed cool nigga. I think people find me to be cool. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, audience, but I think people find me to be cool. So it's like, with that being said, I do it for us to free myself, but also to free people around me. Like people get freed through your vulnerability, and I think that's why I always took a liking to artists like Drake and Future. Now they have two like opposite sides of the spectrum about how they're vulnerable, but they're both vulnerable to a degree.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Future songs, they be lit, but he be saying some real like sad shit.
He be saying some real sad shit under some lit ass beats, like on some lit ass beats that if you ain't really paying attention, you just too caught in the vibe. You're not seeing that, like, dog, this nigga slick crying for help.
Yeah, you're not seeing the real emotion in the songs, bro.
You feel me?
I think that kind of gets lost in music nowadays, bro. I feel like fans just get too caught up on the actual like feeling of a song versus the actual meaning of a song.
Yeah.
I kind of got a question about that. Like, imagine you make a real personal song. Like, I mean, you already do, but like, let's say a song like blows up on TikTok, and you saying the most personal shit in your life, but you see everybody on TikTok dancing to your shit on some like smacking their hips and shit. Like, as an artist, how do you feel about shit like that?
Personally, I don't find no foul play in that. Like, and the reason being is because regardless if it's getting them to dance, bro, that person could have been depressed as fuck but heard the song, and then the song make them want to dance.
Okay.
So like it's part of the overall objective is still being captured in it. And sometimes like you're in a place where people ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't hit that moment of what you're talking about in that song, so they just can only focus on how good it feels because it sounds good. And then so it's like it's a frequency thing, and I can't be mad at a person. I wouldn't even feel a type of way. I'm gonna just look at my bank account like shit getting streams.
Let me get your definition of love and lust.
Okay.
And how does that shape your music?
Love is a duty. Love is an action verb. It's not a feeling. You know, you can be enamored by something, you can be elated, you can be in love, but all those things fade. But love at its core is patient. You know, my definition is biblical. Love is kind, love is patient, love is not self-serving. Love is it chooses to believe. It doesn't keep account of wrongdoing. you know, and in the music that I have, you can see where I have had a misconstrued outlook on what love was, bro. I thought love was a feeling for the longest. I thought love was what I get out of being loved, you know. But now I go into things looking to love first and understanding that getting love back is a byproduct of loving first. You know, as far as lust, I think lust is just heavy desire. And when we're talking in relations or when it comes to like, well, I'm a man, heterosexual man, don't clip that either. Like you can don't cut that. You can keep that. Like, but because we come from that standpoint, when it comes to women, it's more so like, what can I get out of this woman? That's the lust factor.
It's more objectified.
It's
versus
more
like the actual
objectified.
feeling.
Yeah, it's more objectified than a duty. Like I'm not honoring. There's nothing about what I'm doing that's honoring you. You know, I think love comes with a certain level of honoring the next person's humanity. You know what I'm saying? You ain't perfect, but I honor you for being a human that's walking this life that's hard. None of us got an instruction manual, not even our parents.
So you had mentioned like in your earlier music how like your perception of love was a little bit skewed than what it is now.
Yeah,
so
and it still ain't all the, like, in theory I know what I know, but it still ain't all the way solidified the way it should be, because I'm navigating traumas from past relationships, traumas from childhood, you know, so that all misconstrues like the concept of what love is for me. But finish the rest of your question. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was going to say, in your new tape, are we going to see like your new perception of love? Like how's that going to
No, this tape is actually something that's been like created from within the past 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
So we're going to get all different stories, all different walks of life.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's going to be exciting.
This version of love that I'm speaking of, it's something that I've been more so learning about through my walk with Christ, bro, personally. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, that's where I'm starting to get my definition from it. You know what I'm saying?
That's powerful. That's definitely powerful. I'm excited for the tape, man. I feel like it's going to be... I love tapes that come from a longer timeline, you know? Because there's a lot of artists out here who make a tape in like, you know, a month or 2 months. They get the same kind of sound in all their songs. So the album be like, just be one long ass song. We actually go time and live life. 3 years of music, bro. That's like 3 different versions of you, but all in one body of work. So like, I think it's gonna be powerful.
I will give this like a disclosure or whatever. Like, also the project. Back to that question, the project. This album. It's what I want to call it, an album. Not only is it set up by that in like sense of like song, what I'm talking about, subject matter, but it's also set up in that in beat choice. Like I'll go far left, like I have alternative shit on that, but then I have some rap shit on that. I'll go this way, and even the alternative shit would be different of this. Like this alternative would be like alternative rock, and this would be like more like some indie chill. You know what I'm saying? Like you will see, and I don't want to give too much of that. I just want everybody to just digest it how their mental stomachs can digest it.
Okay. Yeah, shit. We're excited for it, my brother. Let's dive into another question. Let's see. All right, let's talk about some of your lyrics.
All right.
What is the most personal lyric you ever said?
Oh, okay.
And if you got a story for it, you know, feel free to tell it.
So I won't really give the lyric per se, but more so like that was a song I made back in like 2019, 2020. It's basically like an unfulfilled suicide note, bro, if I'm being honest. Like, you know, and I don't want to be like, too depressing, because I'm past that. I'm actually in a very good place now. You know what I'm saying? Despite what this tape shows, or this album shows, I am in a good place. I still battle these things, but the awareness of what I battle is what lets me know I'm in a good place. But back to the question, is like, in that song, I'm just talking about, you know, like, London Bridge is falling down. The song's called London Bridge. But it's also like, it's an optimistic suicide song because it's like I'm picking myself off the ground, but I'm telling you, like, at this time, nigga was taking a lot of X pills or whatever. You could blank that out, but I was taking a lot of pills and doing a lot of shrooms, doing a lot of acid, smoking a lot of weed, whatever. And just none of that. Like, I had money, had a house at the time, had a car, bought my very first car that I bought. You know what I'm saying? So I had all these things that, from the outside looking in, you should be happy. You know what I'm saying? I had women. I should have been happy, but I wasn't.
What do you think was holding you back from being happy with all these things in your life?
Looking for everything external. But that doesn't do anything but make me constantly on the chase for the external. And the external is ever changing. So the things that used to, for example, the first time I smoked weed, I'll never get that type of high back again. The first time you experience something, you'll never get that again. But something about us, we like it, we chase it, knowing that we're never going to get that again, and we'll continue to chase it. Because it's doing something, but it ain't doing it. And for me, the it factor was trusting myself with God, with what God trusted me with. You know, the wisdom. You trust me with a mind that can gain wisdom and store it. So it's like, I started finding, I changed from my identity, which is what I got this from this guy named Myron Golden. Let me make sure I give him his props. But he's like, you have your my identity, which is the identity you give yourself, and then you have your identity, which is the identity God gives you. And you know, cut that short. In the Bible, when Moses like, God, I don't know what to tell him. He's like, well, tell him. I don't know to tell him what God it is. He's like, tell him I am. So we know that God is I am. So which means God gives me my identity. So I am whatever XYZ. So I didn't want to keep tagging frivolous things to what I am. You know, I identify I'm a pothead or I'm a pill popper. But then I'm looking at like I'm defiling not only myself, but I'm defiling God when I'm saying I'm XYZ, because a part of me has God in it. Like I am God, you're God, because we're fragments of God, basically. But I don't want to get too far on the deep end. But basically, my favorite lyric in that is first few lyrics, like, I tell you that I'm happy, I'm not for real. I'm only feeling happy when I'm popping pills. I'm drowning in this bottle and a lot of tears. Only live to see tomorrow, to watch for my peers. If I die, might go to hell, cause I seem ungrateful. This life is just like hell when my mind is unstable. And I try to meditate, talk to people that relate, try to give myself a break, and still I feel unable to get up out this rut. God do me this favor. I pray the man upstairs can turn the table. So it's just like, in that whole thing, it's like it's an acknowledgement of like, dang, I ain't doing good, but I know there's a better way. I'm going to trust what I grew up on was learning about God. I'm going to trust that, or at least I'm going to put it out there. Like, God, you real, show yourself. Change this around. And it probably wasn't until another 2 years that I actually started to get up out like that depressive rut, for real. Not only my close peers, but to live for my societal peers. Whether y'all see yourselves as my peers or not, y'all are my peers, because the same way I could find an enemy in you, I could find a friend in you. If we both search deep enough to reach that level, you feel me? So it showed me like, dang, throughout this moment, I was out of touch. I was feeling depressed because I was depressed. I was pressing down the version of myself that was supposed to exist, which is a purposeful man, not a man that's just living some frivolous life.
Damn. So you mentioned you were depressed. How you got the depression? What pulled you away?
Honestly, time, God, time, intentionality.
Is it intentionality?
Intentionality. God, time, and intentionality. Meaning, God could really be the only one that can take certain things from me. You know, like, you know how easy it is to be like, I'm gonna do this, and then you don't do it, or I'm gonna get better and then you don't do it. You know, like, willpower ain't enough. And for those that think it is, well, just keep trying, and you'll probably hit that wall. But willpower wasn't enough. So it was God, but then it was timing to just with God. You don't just wait on God. You meet God. So I actively worked and I actively chose to keep living, even though I could have took my own life, right? And I kept trying to see that there would be a better day. So I let the timing, I let the intentionality of, okay, I'm gonna keep trying to see a better day. Then I let timing do its job, which we know God is the God of everything, so He owns timing.
Mm-hmm.
So anything He's gonna give you is gonna be given with a time frame on it too. And a lot of times He don't really give it to you until you become the person that can steward that well. You feel me? So I actually needed that low moment. So when I have good moments, I know where to attribute it to.
Mm-hmm. Know where you came from.
Yeah, I would have made myself my own God. I would have idolized myself, which to a degree I did.
That's real. I ain't gonna lie, some people gonna really resonate with that, honestly. I think a lot of people battle with that on an everyday basis where it's like they need to hear things are bigger than themselves, you know?
I mean, it is. Like, we like to say nothing bigger than the program when it comes to our egos and how people treat us, but even your ego ain't bigger than the actual program. Like, you a little program.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're literally just Microsoft Explorer inside of a Windows OS program. That's the big program. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't nothing but a web page, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, there's some strength in being a web page, but that's not the end all be all because you couldn't even be a web page without the Windows OS.
That's facts.
So, I don't know. I think my greatest thing that I came across was humility. And a lot of people don't like that word because they don't like feeling small. But the truth is, we small, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You're small. You ain't nothing but a speck of a speck of a speck.
That's facts.
You're small, bro. Like, you had to come from something before. That's small.
Mm-hmm.
There was thousands upon thousands of people that lived before you didn't even get here. So you're small.
Yeah, we got like, what, 7 billion in this world? We got like 2 million in Atlanta.
Right. And just off your lineage alone, bro, there's hundreds of plus thousands of people that probably lived before you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just a fraction. You just yourself is just a fraction of that whole lineage in itself. So, like, you ain't that big. And I just had to realize, like, I ain't as big as I think I am, but I'm not as small as I... Because the crazy paradox is, right, the audacity that we can have as humans to think we smaller than what we are is to say that we are the one to be able to judge ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, I live with me every day. Of course I can judge myself. But how often are you wrong about things?
Shit, every day.
Which means you will be wrong about yourself too. So you're not even properly equipped to judge yourself.
Damn. Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just having that and understanding, like, man, I ain't even equipped to judge myself because in the grand scheme of things, I could suck right now. But in the grand scheme of things, like, I'm really just learning. Like, you know, we all sucked at one point. So to define yourself off of position is totally, like, it's absurd. It's arrogance.
Comes down to awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's bounce to the next question. Let's see. Got a good amount going on. All right. Now, when you listen back to your old music, do you think you can relate to yourself back then?
Of course.
But how much? Like, do you feel like it's a big shift in, like, you now versus then, or?
The relationship I have with me now, like with my old self, is like a big bro. Like, dang, I see you, little bro. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I get why you thought like this. It's like a side-by-side connection versus, like, I'm here, this version is here. It's like, we're together. And it's just different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so what would you tell your younger self? What would you tell your younger self now that you gone through what you gone through?
Search for purpose. Don't search for the money. Don't search for validation. Don't search for women. Don't search for anything. Search for purpose. Search for purpose. Understand purpose. Search for your identity, your God-given identity. Find that. Don't be blinded about what people tell you about you. Because subconsciously, you will store those things about you and actually think you're like that. You know, like, your mom tell you one way, and because you hold her dear to you, you actually take that in. Like, could that possibly be how I am, or that's how I am? Mom says it. Mom know me since I was birth, so I gotta be true.
You start losing yourself in that way.
You really start losing yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, but I would also tell myself to find yourself, you have to lose yourself.
Okay. Elaborate.
Okay. If I'm holding a rope, in order to alleviate myself from that pain of the rope, I must lose the rope. But if the rope looks like something, let's just say in this rope, on the other side that's tied to that rope is a gold block that I'm trying to pull and drag. And I think that gold block is worth more than my freedom. Then now I'm enslaving myself to a degree. To my desire of what I think has more worth. So you would think a version of you had more worth than what's on the other side. Yeah, it may be unknown, but think about what you gain from navigating the unknown. You gain the ability to know that you can navigate the unknown. If you only live life based on how you know yourself, then that person is a complacent person.
Damn.
To a degree. And yes, you can even have riches and still be a complacent person because you're complacent in perspective. The only thing you know is to work. But do you know how to enjoy life? Do you know how, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean actually enjoy life, not the things that people find enjoyable, so you tell yourself you enjoy that. But if the things that's enjoyable is for you just being in your house, in your drawers, lounging around, do you know how to actually do that and give yourself that?
Damn.
So I had to, like, I would tell myself, like, in order to gain yourself, lose yourself. It's biblical too, like, you know what I'm saying? He who finds life, basically, you gain life through losing your life. That's where life begins, the moment that, and what it's basically talking about is perspective. The moment you lose your perspective of what life is, you actually can see life for what life actually is. Life actually ain't all bad. It ain't all good, but the fact that you have the bad and you can learn from it, that's what makes life good.
Damn. That was a really good answer. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit powerful, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. People need to hear that, bro. Alright, let's move on to the next one. It's off my cough, man. I don't know where that shit came from.
Nah, you good? I'm finna crack this water open. Give me a sec.
For sure. Saratoga's come sponsor us, man.
Little drip on the pants, all good.
Alright. Let's get a little more serious question. What do you think is more dangerous? A rapper? Well, actually, let me phrase this correctly, actually, before I even say it before. What's more dangerous? A rapper with a broken heart or a rapper with a fresh haircut?
Shit. I say a rapper with a fresh haircut.
I was thinking the same thing, but I want you to say why.
My why to that is vanity. A lot of pride gets introduced when you have vanity. You know, I think you're supposed to have a grateful attitude. Like, some people weren't born as blessed in the looks department. Or some people can't even get haircuts at all. So to, like, treat it as if you just that guy because you got a haircut, which most niggas would, let's be 100, you know what I'm saying? I think, which is why you don't ever really see me with a lot of haircuts. Like, I'm cool with taking, like, a more, I guess, down to earth route. Not saying that people get haircuts ain't down to earth.
So you think, like,
Do what you gotta do.
if you got a haircut right now, you will start talking different and acting different versus, like,
No, because I know me.
but others would, like,
I can't speak for others, but from observation, there's a good bit that would. Probably more that would than not.
Mm.
You be seeing videos. Oh, I just got a fresh cut. Let me go run errands for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
They just want to be seen now.
You just really want to be seen. And that boils down to you don't feel seen within yourself. You don't even know how to see yourself.
Mm.
That's why I prefer to be alone, because I see me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I hear me. I talk to me. I have conversations with God, but I have conversations with myself.
Mm.
I feel the way. Why you feel this way? I think I want some attention. Why do I want some attention? That's probably an area in my life where I'm neglecting myself. You know what I'm saying? But both can be equally as dangerous. You know? But the question was or. It had an or, which means I had to pick a choice. So I'm going to go with the dude with the haircut.
All right. Damn, this nigga give me some good ass answers.
Hey, man.
I thought you were gonna say the heartbreak. I ain't gonna cat to you. You can have me think about haircuts now and shit. I'm thinking like, damn, am I getting too many haircuts?
Nah, but here's the thing, bro. You can't judge yourself off what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Know yourself, bro.
That's real.
It's a resonance thing. If it resonate, then maybe there is an area that lies there. Like, there's a difference between understanding something and it resonating. Resonation is something you feel in your being.
Yeah.
Understanding just requires your mind and a part of your heart.
That's real. All right. Next question. Let's see what I got for you. You get one feature on the song. You can either get Drake on the outro, or you get LeBron the intro. Which one you picking?
Oh man!
Please don't pick wrong, bro. Please. Don't pick wrong, bro.
Am I paying for the feature?
They both free. Well, actually, LeBron's 100, Drake's free type shit.
I'm gonna go with the free one.
Tight shit.
I mean, I don't see nobody bigger than the program where I necessarily need to pay for them. Fuck you. I'll just be my own feature.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going LeBron. I ain't gonna lie to you, twin.
You know, but if they both free, I go with Brian for sure.
Let's say they both free for sure.
I go with Brian. As much as I fuck with Drake, I feel like my personal take is Cud getting corny, bro. Like, and the reason I say that from my standpoint is like, I can't tell nobody, but you could tell like there's a certain level of validation and chip on your shoulder. It's like at a certain age, bro. Let that shit go, cuz. Like, you done hit everything that everybody want. What more do you have to prove? You act like you have shit to prove. Now, granted, I'm not in Drake's shoes, and I don't know Drake's life. But if I'm just making an observation from what's shown and how he portrays himself in his music now, it's like you still searching for a sense of validation. And he seemed like a dude that don't got no peace for real. Just a bunch of wealth.
Yeah. Yeah, that don't buy no happiness.
Like, I don't see where I could relate to Drake or resonate with Drake.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, he may be like, if you ever see this Drake, he may be like, of course you can't, you broke.
Mm.
I'd rather be broke and happy than rich and miserable.
That's powerful. I mean, LeBron rich too.
Yeah, he has a wife.
But does that really bring happiness though?
It doesn't bring happiness, but for him to be able to put himself in a place where, at least from what we see, and we don't hear any allegations or scandals, where you can be loyal knowing that you have that much temptation, that's something that's more admirable.
Yeah,
than a rich nigga that still talks about like
living the bachelor life and shit.
He don't want to get married because he's just too focused on the grind, bro. Like, so you deny yourself a part of you that you want, because clearly you want it, because you talk about women a lot and your affection for women and how much you want a woman. But then I can't really get with that. You know what I'm saying? I respect him. I respect the work it took for him to get to where he is, but I don't know. He's no idol of mine.
So for your music, do you see yourself writing for yourself or for your audience?
It starts with me first. And my most authentic answer to that is that if I limit myself to writing for the audience, I become a slave to the validation of the audience. And I like being free. And I think free is a mentality. So because of that. It's like, yeah, that's cool. That's great that y'all support. But if you really are supporting me, you're going to allow me to just write for myself. You know, you're going to allow me. I'm one person, bro. If I start writing for you, that's an identity crisis right there waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to be anchored in myself. So that's my most authentic answer to that. But don't get me wrong, I'll make some songs for the people. You know what I'm saying? That's great.
Mm-hmm.
But
the majority is gonna be all you type shit.
But I feel like we're not so different after all. I am you, you are me. So, with that being said, even though I write for me, the byproduct of that is gonna be for the people.
Mm. Okay.
You can go back and look. You may not feel what I'm feeling now, but you can go back 2 years from now where you're in that place that I was at and listen to that song like, it hits like an aha moment. I get it.
Mm. Okay.